Hello, it's Mark Chris from Memorial Sloan Kettering. Presenting now the first of three sessions on ASCO 2021, focusing on lung cancer. I've divided the content into three areas. The first is locally advanced cancers, the second is immunotherapeutics, and the third, targeted therapies. I think that the greatest advances that were presented this year were in the locally advanced area, and particularly the abstract by Wakely, reporting the phase 3 trial of atezolizumab as a postoperative or adjuvant therapy. There it showed benefit by giving atezolizumab for approximately a year after the conclusion of chemotherapy following a complete resection. It was for all patients with a expression of PD-L1 of 1% or greater. I think that's a potentially practice-changing therapy, and I believe it's just going to march through to publication, further presentations, FDA approval, and guideline incorporation. I think it's a real advance. The second one is the paper by Spicer. There they report the surgical findings of neoadjuvant therapy. Their patients got neoadjuvant chemo and nivolumab for them by surgery, and they found a very impressive rate of pathologic complete response. And we know from the literature, pathologic complete response in lung cancer generally means better overall survival. And it showed the clear benefit of the combination of chemotherapy and checkpoint inhibitor in the neoadjuvant setting. I think the obvious idea there would be afterward you may give a checkpoint inhibitor as well. And the third one is the paper by Spiegel reporting the 5-year data from the trial of durvalumab given with following concurrent chemotherapy and radiation, the so-called Pacific trial. There we have actual 5-year numbers showing a 33% progression-free survival at 5 years and a, let me get the right number here, a 43% 5-year survival for patients getting durvalumab after concurrent chemo-rads. I think all of these things point to the need for multimodality therapy for the patients. Every single one of these abstracts gave a definitive local control measure, either radiation or surgery. They all gave an immunotherapeutic, and they all gave chemotherapy. So I think putting those three concepts in place for patients with local regional disease are absolutely critical, and these abstracts, all three from phase 3 randomized trials, point to that. So I think it's great news. We have a way to advance the care of people with locally advanced disease. We have a way to cure more of these patients. Obviously, there's more work to do, and there's a lot of questions asked as well. But I think a clear role for adjuvant checkpoint inhibitor, neoadjuvant combination of chemotherapy and a checkpoint inhibitor, and post-operative, post-radiation durvalumab following concurrent chemotherapy and radiation. Very, very good news for our patients, very, very good news for the oncology community, because we have a clear roadmap of how to proceed for these patients, thanks to the data presented at ASCO 2021.